What's the #1 vacation destination for a teenager these days? The World Series? The X Games? For one 15-year-old from Holyoke, there's only one must-see hotspot, West Virginia, especially when he's accompanied by his 24-year-old teacher. The teacher in question, Lisa Lavoie, also known as a pretty solid catch for a 15-year-old, was arrested last week for kidnapping. This gives further credence to BNN's proposed amendment of West Virginia's nickname from West Virginia, the Mountain State, to West Virginia, we fuck kids. Governor Deval Patrick received heavy criticism last week as he not only announced fare hikes on the Mass Pike, but also floated the idea of a potential 19-cent increase in the gas tax. In order to protect his reputation, the governor utilized the one asset that made him such a formidable politician, his cuteness. That's right. Just when Bay Staters thought that Patrick could get neither more adorable nor more fiscally irresponsible, he proved everyone wrong by taking a day off legislating to go in the woods and play with bears. Here he is with a 3-week-old cub, looking at it with just the kind of confused dismay we assume he reserves for the budget. And for those animal lovers out there worried that the governor might have hurt the cub, probably. Members of the local legal profession got a reminder of just how easy it is to get too involved in a case yesterday. Symptoms of being overcommitted include excessive hours, emotional isolation, and for one assistant court clerk in Chelsea, banging hookers in a vacant courtroom. At least that's what James Burke tried to tell the FBI yesterday, although Judge Timothy S. Hillman didn't quite see it that way. He called Burke's behavior a perversion of the legal system and a gross abuse of power. While the term gross and having sex with anything in Chelsea do go together, it does seem hypocritical to punish Burke for having sex with one prostitute, especially when in this economy you'd think it would be nice that at least somebody still has a job. Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen tied the knot last week, causing millions of Bostonians to ask the same question. Which is the dumb one and which is the pretty one? And the answer is... both! And Wednesday was an important day for the Worcester Police Department, which saw the graduation of most of its recent class of recruits. The day was marked by speeches, a formal swearing-in, and a presentation of badges. This event was the single most significant day in the careers of these new officers, although that might have less to do with the importance of the occasion than the fact that they were all laid off the next day. That's because the city of Worcester had enough money to train police officers, just not enough to employ them. Which makes sense because, as we all know, Worcester is indeed a safe city, especially if you disregard all the crime. And those were your top stories.